Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we speak about everything mental. Today we are going to talk about less obvious signs that someone is suicidal. Less obvious, not the obvious signs. So, 1. Unusual change in behavior. For example, they are too happy suddenly. I know you're wondering what? Oh yes. Sometimes because you know you're gonna kill yourself and all your worries are going to be gone, you want to leave people on a high note so that they are no longer sad, they remember the best of you. So what happens? You are upbeat, you are in a very good mood, you're very loving, you're very kind, very forgiving. Normally where you would argue on and on and on, you are just very agreeable, you don't quarrel, and everyone is wondering, it's not like so and so not to cause an issue on that. Yeah, they're gonna kill themselves anyway. So they don't care. The other thing is the opposite. Someone was very happy, chilled, calm, but suddenly they become very aggressive. Something is the matter. They are bitter, they are angry, they are letting out energy, they are trying to communicate, but we are not emotionally listening to them. Another thing is the person is suddenly very cooperative, especially young adults, adolescents, and teenagers. If you find this person was normally abrasive, but all of a sudden they are very cooperative, they flow, you don't have to push them anymore, you tell them to take you somewhere, they go, you send them, they go, they finally clean the house and wash clothes without you having to tell them where normally you would, then that can be a sign of a suicidal ideation. The other thing is change in sleep patterns. Some oversleep and some get what we call insomnia. They do not sleep very, very well. Another way to notice someone is suicidal but it is not very obvious, they suddenly acquire lethal weapons or drugs or items. For example, pesticides, insecticides, guns, pangas, knives. Your kid brother or young adult has bought a pen knife or a rope, and it's not like you bought a cow or a goat, or there's no purpose, there's no reason why you're buying a rope. Then you need to be very keen. And that's why I say the not so obvious reasons that someone may commit suicide. Another thing is physically neglecting self. Not eating, not taking water, not showering, not oiling your face. You don't care. Normally you would wash the fruit. Now you don't care. You probably want to get sick and die. Another sign is emotional distance. Their indifference. They wouldn't care if you are watching a comedy. They wouldn't care for the hug where they normally would. They wouldn't care if you say hello, whether you notice them or not. They are just emotionally distant. Another thing is where they no longer take interest in things they would. They were keen on their football team winning and would do anything to avail themselves to watch that team. But at this point, around this time, they really don't care. They don't even talk about it. The match may be going on and they are not interested. Now, how can you help such a person? To ask them and share your concern and tell them, you know what? I don't know why I've noticed a change about you and you're different. I've noticed 1, 2, 3. Is something going on? Are you planning to kill yourself or something? It doesn't have to go right to the point, and ask them directly, especially if you are a very close person. Because many people who commit suicide do not want to commit suicide. They want help. And that is your chance to help them. If they tell you yes, if you can handle and talk to them out of it, please do so. If you cannot, seek a therapist or someone who can help them. Remember to assure them of confidentiality. Don't shame them. Listen to them as they tell you why they want to commit suicide. Listen actively. Don't be distracted. Give them time. Listen. And then help them out of it. If you cannot, please ask them to see a therapist. Now you know. Remember, you got this.